you single women are not going to be able to have a perfect man. A lot of you guys are going to have to settle and just appreciate what you can get, or else you're going to die alone and be a cat lady.
Ooh, you make it clap.
You guys, what's actually feminine about you is that you have a vagina.
Okay. And a woman literally say, if he's not at least 6 feet, I don't want him near me.
6 feet? What percentage of the population?
What are you doing tonight?
Actually, I will go shopping with my friends tonight.
He's on his 11th year anniversary with this beautiful Japanese girl. Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Hey ladies. So there's another video going around of another man coming on here and telling us that, you know, all of you single women are not going to be able to have a perfect man. A lot of you guys are going to have to settle and just appreciate what you can get and yada, yada, yada. We've heard it all before. More scare tactics to convince women to lower their standards, or else you're going to die alone and be a cat lady, because that's the worst thing in the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But it just reminds me of a conversation I literally just had with my uncle last week. He's visiting from Ghana, and we're sitting at the table with my dad, and he's like, you know, you're 25 now. We got to get you a husband. We got to get you a man. What do you want? So I sit down and I tell him like my vision for like my ideal marriage. It's just me. This is what I want. This is how I imagine my married life to be. And everything that I say, he's like, oh, you're not going to find anybody like that. You're being too picky. You're being too inflexible, which to his credit, I mean, he might be right. I might be picky and I might be inflexible. That's very likely. I don't care. That's who I am. So he's like, I got this man back in Ghana. Like he would marry you, but he not gonna do all of that. Like, you're not gonna want all this, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, then I don't want him. If he's not gonna be this, if I'm not gonna be able to have this, then I just don't want it. And he's like, yeah, but this husband will be better than the one that you got. I keep keying and exaggerated laughter because I don't have a husband. And to him, it would be better for me to have this husband than no husband at all. So I let him get his little laughs out. And I was like, I mean, that might be the case if I didn't enjoy my life. I think that would be accurate if I hated my life, yes. But I really like my life. I really enjoy it the way that it is right now. And as much as I would like to add someone into it, I would love that. I would love to be booed up. I'm not willing to just take anything just because he wants me. That's not enough. It might be enough for you. It might be enough for somebody else. But like, in my opinion, if it's not going to be what I want, then I don't want it. I don't need a husband just for the sake of having a husband. That doesn't mean anything to me. That don't do nothing for me. So if it means that I have to be alone, then I'll just got to be alone. I don't understand. What's the confusion? And he genuinely did not believe me. Like, he gave me so much pushback on this, but I'm telling the truth. If the only way for me to get a husband is for me to lower my standards, then I guess I'm just not going to be getting a husband. I don't know what to tell you.
We do not care.
And I think that's the attitude that a lot of women are having these days. Thank God, finally. So now we're seeing an influx of men coming on here saying, you're going to have to settle. You're going to have to. You're not going to be able to get what you want. Baby, then so be it. They used to say you need to choose better. Now we're choosing better. And it's okay, if you keep trying to choose better, you're just going to end up alone. Well, then so be it.
Welcome to the club.
The only ones scared to die alone are y'all. We good. Let us be.
So when you see those sayings and also guys doing studies and scientists doing studies saying most women will be single by 2030, now you see why it's possible. It's not far-fetched. Look at her. You know what she doesn't realize and why that's going to be the case by 2030? Time flies like that. She's 25 right now. She's hot stuff. I remember when I was 25. Oh boy, did those years fly by. From 25 to 43 was like the flash of an eye. You don't know how fast those years can go by, but they do go by fast. That's what, 18 years? Like that. And it seems like 5 years is like a year. Really, time moves that quick. A whole year passes around and you're like, man, that year is fast. And then the ball's dropping again. And the ball's dropping again. And before you know it, it's too late.
At
After the whole Kiki baby daddy going crazy situation, I seen a lot of comments that were like, I'm glad my man don't tell me what to wear. And I just hope y'all know that with that comes great responsibility. There are men that's like, hey, I don't really want you to wear that when we're out. It makes me uncomfortable. And there are men that's like, I knew I bagged a baddie when I bagged you. We'll slap you on your booty and tell you to do your big one. Both can be great men. It all depends on who aligns with you. But for those of us that have your do your big one, I like the way that ass look outside type men, they're giving us respect and allowing us to be who we are, who they fell in love with, so we need to respect them as well.
She belongs to the streets.
If you out with your man and you dress like a baddie, please don't be one of those defend my honor type women. If you go on a date with your man and you know you're dressed like a baddie, other men are going to say something. Please don't look at your man and say no like you gonna let him talk to me like that. He should absolutely allow them to talk to you that way. Let me explain. One, if you're not a catfish, then you're going to get catcalled. And if you think men are disrespectful to you, you should see how men are disrespectful to other men. Sometimes men will say disrespectful things to you or catcall because they want to pull your man's card to see if he's the type of man that will fight for your honor. Don't ask me why. It's a form of delusion. You know that man's not all there because he's seen you two as a unit and that didn't matter to him. I wonder what else doesn't matter to him. Maybe pulling out a bat from his car and beating the brakes off your man. I'm out with my man. I don't care what another man got to say. I knew what response I was gonna get when I put that on. I'ma link arms with my man to let him know we are a unit. I'ma look him dead in his eye and ask him, do you want to walk briskly to our desired location or would you like to run? Because it seems we are in a mentally ill part of town. It's 2023. People are crazy. He not gonna lose his life because I'm bad as hell.
I'm sure that stuff she explained. She was trying to look cool. She did look cool. I'll give her that. She's a cool person. That's why you shouldn't be wearing it. That's why you shouldn't be dressed that way. Woman walking around with a butt hanging out. Expecting that. She said it right. Guys are going to get at you. And guys will test the limits. And a lot of times, you know what guys do? Because it happened to me before. Happened to me in New York City. Guys do that when they're with five other guys. Five other guys. They be disrespectful, say, you know what? Get at his girl. They really feel like that. He ain't going to do nothing. You know what? Most times, you're not going to do anything. So why should a girl do it? If a girl's doing that, dead her. Leave her alone. I'm being strict because you have to be strict nowadays.
Ooh, you make. Well, yeah, you fine as hell. Let me see you do. Ooh, you make it clap. Let me chill.
Oh, he tweaking.
This nigga scaring the hoes.
Tweaking how?
You tweaking.
You fine as hell. You don't fuck with me.
Huh?
Because I told you to do a 360 on tweaking.
No, it was the last.
This nigga is scaring the hoes.
Oh, I got some on my mom.
Yeah, it's like white.
My bad. I probably been licking my lips. I ain't got no Carmax on. My bad.
You need some?
Yeah, you got some Carmax?
I got some lip gloss.
You fuck with me. You make for real. Come on.
Huh?
Why you begging? She's stepping back. Nah, this nigga is.
Well, yeah, you fine as hell. Let me see you do. Ooh, you make it clap.
He's sold. He's sold. This nigga sold, bruh. He had it too, bro. I don't know what the.
Oh man, he was that serious, but if he was on drugs, please stop doing drugs. But you can't have those crazy goofy laughs. It just doesn't work. He thought it was gonna work. Woman in the hood, definitely not gonna work. Damn, brother.
Feminine about you, Brittany?
Everything is feminine about me.
Oh, come on. On the majority, I have no debt, right? But women in general.
That's because you're from a rich family,
women
girl.
in general,
You're from a rich family, so what are you talking about having no debt, girl?
Women in general have a
Congratulations. Like, you don't get fish don't get applauded for
I'm
swimming.
lucky. That's why I said I'm lucky.
Okay, so for you, so why lead with that? So why lead with that? So why lead with that?
You asked for an example, and I'm going to give it to you. Do you want me to start?
Girl, okay. Let me tell you what
let's talk about
what we're not going to do, because you have a history of doing this, because I'm familiar with you, okay? Girl, what you like to do is you like to say these really, right? And then so what you do, then you like sit back, and then you're like, you think you're so smart, you have this smug ass look on your face, and then you're waiting for someone to give you that like emotional, like passionate response. So then you can sit there and be super dismissive and really kind of just gaslight. And I don't know, as a female.
Gaslight?
No. Yeah, do you know what that word means?
You guys use it for everything.
You guys.
Go ahead.
Okay, you know what's funny about using you guys is seriously, it kind of feels like the only thing that is actually feminine about you is that you have a vagina.
Damn! Okay.
Because I feel like, there's like a man on the panel.
Okay, and what's feminine about you, Brittany?
Everything is feminine about me.
Oh, come on. Like, I'm not trying to go personal here. So I don't know why you're trying to make this personal.
No, you made it personal when you led with, hey, I don't have any debt. As if that's a flex because your parents have money.
Man, that girl can't have a leg to stand on. People continuously give her a shot. And what does she do every time? Smacks them dead in their face. I know Pearl tried. I don't know what Pearl was thinking. Why? Why, made you ask? I would never, ever, ever give Brittany Renner a shot. I understand how she is, her attitude, right? She's not agreeable at all, but that's fine. But once I seen her get drunk and pour water on Charleston White and other hosts, I said, man, that's it. She's done. So the fact that Pearl gave her a shot, that's Pearl's fault. That was the sign right there. Forget everything that happened with the baby dad. Her pouring water on guys' heads on a podcast and cursing guys out for no reason. That was the last straw. Give her a chance for what? It'll bring some ratings, but then after that, then what? You have no show. Because she didn't tore up your show and, threw cameras down. That's stuff she's done before. Don't take that chance.
Fellas, never ask a girl how many guys she's been with. This only leads to problems. Not to care what her body count is, but asking isn't the solution. And her behavior today tells you everything you need to know anyway. And if she asks you, let her know that you prefer to let what happened in the past stay in the past and would rather focus on your relationship with her today.
Girls don't care how many bodies a guy has. So a guy probably can tell her, but then he still doesn't want a woman that's been around the block. And why is that? So many reasons why. Like, that's one of those arguments that needs to stop. Like, stop trying to have women defend it, because there is no defense. A guy kind of has to fill it out and see. The way to test that is try to smash extra early. Like, soon as you meet her, go for it. Why do you do that? You do got to be a convincing guy to accomplish that, because the woman that just snap of a dime, it's a problem. You got to think to yourself, I'm not that convincing. Some other guys have done this before. And in the West, that's probably the case. And most of the time, you're probably right. So go by that, my friend.
How tall are you?
5'2".
Ideally, how tall do you want your man to be?
I'm curious about this question. Why do you care? Do guys care about their height?
I'd say women care more.
I think guys care more about their height than women care about their height.
90% of women literally say, if he's not at least 6 feet, I don't want him near me.
6 feet? What percentage of the population is 6 foot?
That's a good point.
Like, let's be real.
So you don't care about...
Wow. She thinks logically. Some of them are out there.
Oh, a man's height at all.
I dated a short guy for a long time. That's cool.
Where does he know?
Not here.
I mean, but would your preference would have been him to have a couple more inches? Or did it really just not matter to you at all?
It matters a little bit, but not as much as men think it does.
What's more important than the height?
Make them laugh, be consistent, show up. That's it. That's literally all it takes.
Wow. So she's going to give a guy a shot. So a guy would have a chance with a woman like that. But you know what, though? A lot of times, that's not the case. Why? You see what he just said? 90% of the woman. 90%. That's why you got the guy walking around saying, how tall are you? Do you have to be a certain, do you have to be a certain height? Oh, yes, it has to be 6 feet. Step on a scale. Oh, no. If you're going to judge my weight, this is what's happening. This is what's literally happening. And that's the biggest issue at this day and age. And guys are getting tired of it. All right, guys. Meanwhile, in Thailand.
My name is Grace.
Grace?
Yes.
That's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
What are you doing tonight?
Actually, I will go shopping with my friends tonight.
Yeah.
And I will just look around for them because tomorrow I have fashion week at Pattaya.
Oh.
So we're just going to look for the dress for our models.
Oh, very good. So
Yeah.
Fashion Week, are you a model?
Kind of, but I work with my friend. She's founder of Silly Model.
Ah,
Yes.
okay. And are you from this area? You live here?
No, I live in Sukhumvit area, but I choose this area because everything's so cheap here.
Yes.
So we decided to eat here first, and then
Now, you see that? This man does these interviews out in the shopping areas of Thailand, right? And he always sees baddies. Sometimes he sees a lady boy. So you do got to be careful out in Thailand because they got a lot of lady boys that like women. He goes out there, he finds baddies, and they're all regular women. They're just walking around, doing their thing, just going about life. And he gets these interviews, and it shows the kind of character they have. You can see the kind of woman they are just in the way they're talking. Just same example as the last woman I showed that was 5'2", right? Saying, oh yeah, the height doesn't matter that much. These women feel the same way. And it's not just some of them. As you see back in the West, like I explained, it's some. Over here, it's mostly all. The scale is down here in the West. The scale is up high in the East. Where you gonna go? Where the scale's up high. It's a big difference. Let me let her finish.
We will like look around for shopping.
It's great for shopping, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. I think this is Bangkok's best kept secret. It really is.
Yes, and it's better than Platinum or Batu Nam.
Yes.
I think you know that area, right?
I do.
Yeah, so it's perfect
I
here.
think Batu Nam, it's too repetitive. All the stuff looks the same.
Yeah, it looks the same and the price is so quite expensive.
Yeah.
But here it's so cheap. So and the quality is quite the same.
It's very good. Yeah, very good. How old are you? Are you turning?
26.
26. I gotta check that place out when I go over there. But yeah, man, you see him, he's doing interviews in the street. It's really like that. You just see him walking by, walking through. Baddies just like that. Like, it's wild when you're out there. When you're out there in Thailand. Same thing in Philippines, right? Same thing everywhere. I noticed that when I even went to Taiwan, right? I'm in the area where things are happening, and every area I went to, they just strolling through. You see them strolling through. Now, sometimes it may not be in abundance, but you're out there, you see them. Like, example, if you're out in BGC, you see them. You see tons of them. Just like I showed the other day, the guys in the mall, 3 girls just randomly walking by. You go around the block, 4 baddies just walking by. You go around the corner, 10 baddies walking by, and you're like, man, this is where I need to be. Now, shout out to the brother here. He's on his 11th year anniversary with this beautiful Japanese girl since 2012. Amazing woman. They got a kid as well. And then they have a daughter as well. They came 5 years apart. And then another daughter that came 2 years after that. 3 kids. 3 Blasian babies. I love seeing this, man. I love seeing it. Let's live happily forever. I heard that. And she's cute as ever, too. Now, this is the thing. This is why I love showing this content, right? Because it's possible. Doesn't matter where you go. If you have the patience, right? And you're not just doing a fly-by-night, a run-through. I'm going to run through Thailand for 10 minutes and see what's going on out there. I'm going to run through the Philippines for 3 days, and hopefully the woman's all over me. Or I'm going to run through Taiwan. I'm going to run through this place. I'm going to run through here. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes things need effort, and not effort as far as going crazy in the town, talking to every girl you see, but as you're going along your way in your daily business, and going about your business, doing daily things, it's going to feel like it's just coming to you. That's like me. I've been in the Philippines so long, except if I was single. I would feel like it's coming to me. Seriously, because I go around, I talk, and I walk it how I talk it. So I talk, I make friends, and before you know it, boom, things just flowing to you. And you got to be like that. Bruce Lee said it before. You got to flow like the water. When you're a passport pro, you have to flow like water.
Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
You can't be one of those fly-by-night guys. I stay in the country for 2 days, 3 days. Make yourself one with the people. Go for months at a time, each place. Then you will find your happiness. And most guys are trying to do that because they realize
this is the way.
Passport bros, passport, no. There's definitely more to life than doing anything that's not that.
He ain't lying.
So he's coming.